Yes, Ron, go ahead. In Chicago.
Hey, don't want to bum you out today, but you may have seen this story in the news in Florida. A boy was circumcised in the hospital after his parents said a dozen different times, do not circumcise our baby. And he was in intensive care at the time. He didn't need any surgery, didn't need to be subjected to that risk. And I just thought it would be a good chance for you to comment. And maybe you didn't know that the overall rate of circumcision in the U.S. has dropped to 32.5%. So
is that right? That's interesting. Yeah. That actually is interesting. I often think circumcision is wrong, but I wonder, like, if I had a son, would I get him circumcised? I mean,
well, you always said you wouldn't. Now you question.
Yeah,
that?
I mean, I wonder if push came to shove, what I'd really do. I really think it's wrong. It can't be that being born the way we are, with our penises the way they are, that
it's wrong.
It's just got to be wrong to cut off skin off a penis.
But we wouldn't have been born with something we don't need, is what you're saying.
Exactly. I mean, I know, like, our appendix gets cut out if it gets infected,
but
something
we
like
don't go in and get it
right.
for no reason.
Yeah, why don't we just go get it at birth? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me that, a human being, basically an animal, is born. It's the same kind of logic that says in Africa, when they circumcise women, they cut off their clitorises. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
And we think that's barbaric.
Yeah, I don't get it. But I'm really shocked to hear that circumcisions have gone down so much. But the real question is, how in these hospitals can you make a mistake like that when someone says, I do not want a circumcision? Don't they mark that down or something?
Generally, parents have to sign a consent form, and the hospital is apologizing that they misread a form. I don't know if they looked at somebody else's form or just imagined that the little box for yes was checked. But, I mean, there shouldn't even be a form for unnecessary surgery. That
right.
should be something you have to go out of your way to get.
It had become such an automatic thing that I guess you'd have to say no.
But the guy's right on the phone, Ron. He's saying, hey, an unnecessary surgery should be something that you have to request and work for. Not something you automatically get done.
Yeah, and you know what? 95% of the families around the world, and now I'm excluding Muslims because they cut for religious reasons, but otherwise 95% of the families don't circumcise. So the U.S. is still kind of on the crazy end of the scale. We got to get this stopped.
Well, it was a U.S. and religious thing.
Are you circumcised?
I was circumcised, and I restored my foreskin. In fact, I had a chance to show you my foreskin a couple of years ago.
Oh, I still think of it, brutal math. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right, thank you, Ron.
Cheers.
Later.
Bye.
Yeah, you've heard about that whole thing, restoring your foreskin.
Right, you don't believe in that either.
You got to put weights and stuff on your penis, and so it sort of looks like but it's really not a foreskin.
Really is a foreskin.
It's ridiculous.
And what is he doing it for anyway?
Right. If you're going to give people surgery when they're born, how about fixing their noses right away? That's what I needed.
How can you tell at that age if a nose is?
I didn't need anything off my
the
cock.
Wrong way.
I needed. Oh, you could have told mine right away.
I don't think so. I've seen childhood pictures of you.
I was cute when I was a little kid, and then all of a sudden, when I hit puberty, my nose became hideous. I don't know how that happened. I had the cutest little nose and face. I was downright cute. Although coming out, my nose injured my mom. Do you know that story?
No.
Got trapped in her hairs.
Ridiculous.
Ripped out all the hairs. I wonder how I got through all that hair. My mom doesn't
shave you.
My mom. Oh, yeah, they do?
Yeah.
My mom claims she never shaves.
Well, I'm sure they shaved her then.
Oh, I hope so. I wonder what that looked like. Should have kept that look going. It's true. I had trouble getting out. I was suffocated.
You got lost.
I was trapped in a jungle. That is weird that they shave the women in the hospital. Like, why do they do that? I mean, it's natural to be born with, through a hairy vagina.
Well, again, just for cleanliness purposes, everybody got all fastidious about keeping everything clean.
Maybe it's important to go through that hair, like. Maybe it cleans your face in some weird way, or gives you some kind of
on the way out.
gives you some sort of nutrients. I don't know. Wipes your eyes with some sort of chemical. Who knows?
We don't know.